प्रोग्राम दूर देश के लोग से एम शारिक सईद का सलाम। हम आपके लिए पेश करते हैं कैपिटल सियोल हो, पोर्ट ऑफ सिटी बुसान हो या इंचन या फिर साउथ कोरिया का कोई भी सनती शहर, डेगू सिटी हो, डेजोंग सिटी हो या फिर अंसान इंडस्ट्रियल सिटी या फिर साउथ कोरिया का कोई भी शहर। सियासी, गैर सियासी, न्यूज़, व्यूज़, इंटरव्यूज़, इसके साथ साथ एजुकेशनल प्रोग्राम, शोबिज, स्पोर्ट्स, ट्रेड एंड बिजनेस इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ साथ साउथ कोरिया में मुकीम पाकिस्तानी तुलबा व तालबात और साउथ कोरिया में इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े पाकिस्तानी वर्कर्स के बारे में मालूमात, साउथ कोरिया से जुड़ी खबरें जो आप देखना, सुनना और जानना चाहते हैं, सिर्फ OPTV ग्लोबल पर।
GBA Global Business Alliance held a successful e-commerce and entrepreneurship coaching event with the collaboration of SBA Seoul Business Agency, where CEOs, startups and startup traders joined from 22 different countries. It was an informative event for the attendees who showed interest by asking questions regarding how to be successful entrepreneurs and how to start dropshipping business. In future, GBA will do its best to arrange such events with diverse and informative topics for members, where they can learn about business environment, especially in Korea and internationally, through providing multinational and multicultural platform for members. Currently, GBA has business people from around 60 different countries living in Korea. OPTV Global, Seoul, South Korea. Yuri Choi is performance and entrepreneur coach, speaker, author of her upcoming book, Creating Your Own Happiness, YouTuber and connector. Yuri Choi is the CEO of Yuri Choi Coaching. As a performance coach for entrepreneurs and high achievers, she helps them to create and stay in a powerful, abundant, unstoppable mindset to achieve their goals by helping them to gain clarity and understanding. She also helps them with their emotional states and creating empowering habits. In the lecture, she talked about the power of intention and creating a powerful mindset to live a fulfilling life. She also talked about abundant mindset to ignite collaboration and innovation, and how communication skills and language patterns are powerful tools to support growth-oriented culture in organizations and startups. Liga Yahoo is startup CEO, social media, dropshipping and e-commerce specialist, Alibaba China sourcing and Amazon consultant. She introduced herself through sharing her coaching experiences and then talked about dropshipping. She told how to start dropshipping business and also shared the main points to be considered while starting the dropshipping business. She also shared some secrets to start from 0 to 10,000 USD per month. There was question answer session where participants asked questions regarding how to choose the best items while starting the dropshipping business. At the moment, she is doing online and offline coaching for her clients from all around the world.
The foreign CEOs and foreign entrepreneurs, foreign startups and foreign diplomats are together with the Korean CEOs all together. So GBA is the first and unique business platform in Korea that will be a voice of the foreigners in Korea who wants to improve their businesses for the future. So this is very important event also.
Every event, even today, even a small event, no problem. All the events are very important. Your participations are very important, your ideas are very important for GBA and for foreign society in Korea. And the number became now 3 million foreigners are living in Korea. And this number will be 4 or 5 million soon. You know, the mayor of England, London, became a Pakistani British guy, right? So that is amazing thing. So for the future, I hope we will do the same in Korea. One day, the mayor of Seoul will be one of you, maybe your kids of yourself, maybe some of them will be in the higher position. So every event are very important. Thank you so much for today's event, and also thank you so much to our GBA Startup Committee members, especially the leader, Mr. Hussein Al-Banna. He's the startup leader of our business startup committee of GBA. Also Ms. Nur Zenari, also she is the charge in foreign CEOs and also diplomats, and also Khan Nazakat is on the backside. Thank you so much for this good event, and have a good afternoon. Thank you so much.
Yuri Choi. I'm the CEO of Yuri Choi Coaching, and I am a coach for entrepreneurs and high achievers, and I help them create a really powerful mindset so that you guys can not only do all the things that you guys get to do, but also do it while having fun. You know, a lot of people think that having fun is like the opposite of success, and I'm here to really break that paradigm and to really remind you guys that you guys get to have fun as much as possible and create the life that you guys want. And by the way, I'm so passionate about people in startups or any kind of entrepreneurship, because you guys are all the leaders that's going to create this life and create this reality that's going to be whatever we want. And for me to work with leaders and to work with different CEOs and different people who have the power to change an organization and the world and really lead at that edge of how we get to expand as a universe, there's nothing more exciting than this. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, and this is, I say feeling good and that sounds so simple, but when I talk about this, I'm really talking about the energetic state of each emotion. So when we think about survival emotion or fear-based emotions, this is what we're really talking about. Anything like shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, even anger, pride. So these are some of the scarcity mindset related emotions. So anytime you guys are in that emotion, you get to remember that you're actually living in the past. It's your body literally remembering what it felt in the past when you had a similar situation like that. Also, stress is very interesting because stress is actually needed, right? We were supposed to have stress because when we were cavewomen back in the day, we needed stress. So if we're getting chased by a tiger, we had to run away. We had to actually really focus and make sure that we, reorganize our resources and energy so that we can actually run away from a tiger or a bear. And it was a very, very needed thing. And we got to utilize that to feel safe in our body. But guess what? We're so intelligent now that we think that we're physically harmed or physically in danger when we're talking to an investor or a new business partner, where we're having a conflict with our spouse or whatever it is. So we get to remember that we're safe and actually step into the expansive mindset here, which includes emotions like courage, neutrality, willingness, and acceptance, love, joy, and all of those things. So when we're actually in the creative mindset, we are in a state where we're actually literally creating the future. Because if we know that we are the creator of our emotions and creator of our thoughts, creator of how we get to feel, why would we choose anything else? It's literally the remembrance of how powerful we are and the creator within, so that we can actually continue to feel good if we want to. So these are some of the different scarcity mindset that could include fear, anxiety, stress, lacking, unhealthy competition, jealousy, fight or flight. Abundant mindset includes love, sharing, connection, inspiration, overflowing, and so on. For me, that was just like a life-shattering moment. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced death, but it's a really awakening, sobering moment. I was looking at him, and I realized that his physical body was there, but he wasn't. So who the heck was he this whole time? It wasn't his physical body. And who am I? So I started really questioning these deeper things. So I kind of went on this entrepreneurial journey. I remember after I quit my corporate job, and I remember the first month I made $0. It was so weird. And I was like, who am I? If I'm going to, have my worthiness tied to money and how much I make, which I did up until that point, 1,000%, it was like, okay, I gotta really understand what I'm worth, because according to my income statement this month, I'm worth nothing. So it was kind of this whole journey that I had to go through. But meanwhile, I started actually painting. I started painting as a healing modality, and I started selling my art, which was really fun. And I share this with you guys because these are the little moments that when I look back at my journey that I realize that there's so many ways to make money.
Hello guys, my name is Livia and I'm going to share my experience today, and thank you so much for Yuri sharing her experience. And in the next 30 to 45 minutes you will learn a very practical to or an introduction of what is drop shipping. Have any one of you heard about drop shipping? Cool, half of it. And who's the owner of the kmall24.com? But nowadays with the dropshipping model, then you can just go ahead and just launch your business online. So now we're getting on to the topic. So what exactly is dropshipping? Half of the room of people have heard of dropshipping, but do you know what actually is dropshipping mean? It's actually not just Shopify or not one of those advertisements you saw on YouTube. It's actually a new business model allow you to purchase one single product directly from the wholesaler and have the wholesaler directly ship to your customer. Well, what does it mean? It means that as you can see the diagram here, through this online website, your customer will pay $1,000 to your store first. And then once you collect the payment, you get the money first and you transfer the money.
One question, Livia, thank you so much. The question is very simple and easy one. Our startups of GBA and entrepreneurs, we live in Korea. And most of our friends, some of them, they already started, some of them has a plan to start, to open a website or to join to the e-commerce business, to export something from Korea to their countries, right? But unfortunately, China, when we compare with China and Korea, China is a big e-commerce market like Alibaba and Amazon, huge things in China. So what do you think about, what do you want to say to our startup traders? Which sectors are really has a good advantage when we make some comparison between China? I mean, which items or which sectors are more advantageable for our startups to export by e-commerce, I mean online, to their countries? Because China has a huge and big network and very cheap prices they have, right? So we have that difficulties in Korea. We live in a beautiful country, Korea. We have nice items in Korea, but unfortunately, because of China competition, so not easy to export all the items to everywhere. So which sectors do you recommend to our startups?
That's a very good question. And your question is, what are the good sector of product exporting, like from GBA to overseas? Is that correct?
Yes.
So what are the current product that I might need a little bit more like detail so I can answer better for your question. Because it really depends on, there's a few layer or complexity behind this question, because also depends on the logistic or the rules and regulation for a certain product, and also like what I was saying, electronic products have high profit margin, but people will return, so you have to be more be careful. And if for beauty product, then you have you might, if you wanted to export, you might need to have the FDA or some medical center approved when you export to other country. But if I'm speaking solely, because I don't know what are the product categories, so I can't really give advice on that as well, but it's just personally speaking from my own experience, I would go for some product that people won't really return, but the profit margin is still high. Like I was showing the yoga rubber band, and that was one of the good product. And one of the product that I have looked into before is the paper box VR glass, because people usually don't return those kind of stuff, and it's a more niche and unique product. I would say, if you're asking me solely my opinion, I would say selling something that you don't see in the store, that would be a good product, or we call it as a niche product to get into. It does not have to be complicated, but it's just that let's say a more special design of the selfie tripod or those kind of gadget. Gadget is a good sector. I would say gadget.
Is it okay? Yeah, thank you so much for being here today, and thanks everyone. Please give a really very Yes, please. Can you just join us here so people can just breathe here. Please here. So can we just give them like a really hard thank you so much.